These are the memoirs of 𝗬𝘂𝗂𝗁 during the Battle of Normandy 1944, 127 Squadron, RAF.
The Germans had built what they called the Atlantic Wall, which was a series of fortifications all along the French coastline facing England, and the Allies employed many deceptions to try and keep the actual landing beaches secret. The Allied deception was aimed at making the Germans think they would land in the 𝗦𝘂𝗂𝗁𝐿 area, not Normandy. One example of this deception was that Allied aircraft flew many more missions over the Calais area than Normandy in the months prior to the invasion. Air support for the invasion was carried out by the British 2nd Tactical Air Force and the American 9th Air Force stationed in southern England. During the weeks leading up to the invasion, these units would attack targets including rail yards, vehicles, airfields, radar installations, and communications all throughout northwestern France. They would also strive to destroy any Luftwaffe aircraft that could pose a threat to the invasion force. Preparations for the invasion, codenamed Operation Overlord, were completed by the end of May 1944. Due to poor weather, the invasion was postponed from the 5th of June to the 6th. This became D-Day, the Allied invasion of Normandy.
This was my first mission, and it was a perfect rookie mission, by which I mean I immediately fell out of formation. I charged back, determined to regain my 5th wingman position and to impress flight leader with my close proximity flying skills. And with endless adjustments, there I stayed, until flight leader called out that he was engaging fighters.
5. Engaging fighter to the southwest. High. Range 2.5 miles. Out.
2. Engaging fighter to the southwest. High. Range 2.5 miles. Out.
I still hadn't spotted them by the time we were over the target. Unable to identify any targets myself, I opted to follow my team and hope for beginner's luck. Narrowly avoiding my wingman, I released my bombs, opened up the throttle and headed for home. Then I spotted a squadron above us, weaving and moving for position. They were flying slightly behind my squadron, and they simply hadn't seen them. I held back, thinking they might not have seen me. I would then counter-attack their attack. But, as I waited, they didn't attack. After a while, I decided to fall back into formation and wait for the flight leader's instructions. For 20 minutes they followed us. Eventually my curiosity got the better of me. I had to take a closer look. I dropped back behind them, then shot up through a gap in the clouds. First I got above them to hold the advantage and to see if I could see their wing identification markers. Then I decided to take a closer look. I couldn't see well enough in VR, but they didn't seem hostile. Finally, I could see that they were American P-51s. I thought it was amusing how we stayed in tight formation and they were so American. I fell back into formation just as we were passing over the white cliffs of Dover. I decided to take a moment to reflect and remember those who really did serve in World War II. Before I knew it, we were back at base.
All good. This is flight. Newton, requesting landing approach. Over. Proceed. Newton, roger. Break off and land individually.
I decided to break formation and to follow flight lead down to the runway, because I didn't really know where it was. And it was a bloody good job I did, because as soon as I got to 500 feet, I ran out of fuel. I picked a soft-looking farmer's field and I set her down as gently as I could.
Rejoin formation and continue with the mission. Out.
Not a perfect mission, but a perfect rookie mission.
This is flight. Requesting landing approach. Over.
Proceed.
Roger. Break off and land individually. Alderwood, this is 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗂𝗂𝗧. Requesting landing clearance. Over.
Affirmative. Cleared to land.
𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗂𝗧.